So over the year, I've becoming a coffee snob. I've been learning a lot about coffee and all the scientific stuff in it. I'm not a professional of coffee, but I want a better coffee experience because I love coffee. So the first thing I did was I got a Mocha Master because it's all about the heat, correct temperature. Love the Mocha Master series. It's a great product. Had no trouble with it. Awesome. And then at the time I had a electronic grinder. It was doing fine. You know, it did what it did. You know, had a good coffee experience. Then it started going haywire. Then I started researching grinders, and I went down a rabbit hole. And the rabbit hole led me to manual grinders, and which led me to a better coffee experience because manual grinders, you're paying for much more quality for the same price as you would pay for an electronic grinder. Because, you know, they got to put some of the money in the motor and the housing. Manual grinders, though, most of that money goes into the burr quality, the burr cut. The quality, this right here is the Easy Espresso J manual. Listen, when I went to this, coffee changed 100 times better. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Now, I use a drip coffee maker, obviously. So you people who have a drip and you want a double, triple the experience of coffee, I would suggest getting a manual grinder. Now, the J manual is for people with drip coffee because each step of this is 25 microns. So it's good for drip because you want a, you want a bigger size of a grind. A lot of the Espresso series, a lot of them are for it actually espresso. So like each step has like a 0.08 grind, which is very fine. But I don't do espresso. I do drip. And this J series, this is the J manual. There's JX and there's a lot of J's in it. But the J manual is mainly for drip. So when I got it, I did my first grind in it. My first coffee experience with it. Phenomenal. I'm telling you what. The grain consistency was top notch. 100 times better than my electronic grinder. And it was a good grinder. This beat that. Yeah, I would suggest if you're becoming a coffee snob like I am and you want a great experience, I would go with the manual. So I do 10 cups, which is 69 grams of coffee. It took me about 3 grinds. Had to do grind it 3 times. Not a big deal. The grind was easy to do. Yeah, and don't be scared by this. On YouTube, there's a lot of comments about, oh, this is so complicated. It's really not. You turn it clockwise first to close it, and there's a 0 point on here. But when your particular grinder, when you turn it to close it all the way, it's not going to always be on 0. Whatever number it's on, that's your starting point. From there, you go counterclockwise, and I went 2.5 rotations for drip coffee because you want kind of medium salt size grinds. So I went 2 rotations from the close point, and make sure you note when you close it what number it's on. That's your starting point. It's not the 0 point because they're all a little different. Whenever you close it, wherever that little dot right there, see a little dot on the right hand side? Wherever that little dot falls on when you close it, that's your starting point. So then you go counterclockwise to open it, and I went 2.5 grinds. Perfect size for drip. I'm telling you, if you're becoming a coffee snob and you want a better cup of coffee, it's 100 times better. I'm telling you what, I can't believe scientifically it's about the heat, it's about the grind size, but also it's about how the burr grinds, how consistent it is, and how clean the grind is. It gives you a different coffee experience. Amazing. So I paid $150 for the J manual. I had a $150 electric grinder, but like I said previously, when you pay $150 for a manual grinder, most of that quality is going into the burr. The burr is the most important thing in a grinder. If you go electronic, it's, they got to put some of that money in the housing and the motor and a few other things. So you're getting a way better burr in this, and it's about the burrs. It's about the grind, baby. It's about the heat, of course. You want a good coffee drip maker. And that's all I got to say. Love it. Amazing. Get it if you want a better coffee experience.